Yeah, it looks like he wanted to have something at least a bit elusive to deal with the lane so they can still get some last hits and just be able to play in that one. But there is quite a bit of disables, right? We have the Shadow Shaman, Hex, and Shackles. It's going to be a big thing that he has to watch out for. There are quite a bit of things that they can use to cover him. Of course, the Puck and the Beastmaster can always disrupt that. Also, lots of vision elements. I think that's something that Liquid's gone for to, I think, get the start of the fights every single time for them so that the Weaver can be protected, because they just have so many vision elements, right? We've got Hawks, we've got Monkey King jumping in, we've got summons from Enchantress and stuff like that. So, and quickly to touch on what the panel was talking about, I mean, I did find a lot. I don't know if Beast is going to be like in the dumps or anything like that, but yeah, there's a lot of changes that honestly weren't in the patch notes, I don't think. Like, there's some vision changes for the Hawk, health changes for Hawk, boar attack damage, boar attack rate, and a lot of other things if you look in the Steam DB. I'm not sure if everything was added this patch or not, but quite a bit of changes that just aren't in the notes. So I don't know if it was then or not, or in the past, but yeah. We'll see if it affects Zai or not.
Let's have a look. I mean, overall, do you still have a preference for a draft this game?
It looks like it could be a bit difficult to play on Liquids if they don't get the jumps, but that being said, they should, for the most part, get the starts of the fights with the way that they've drafted themselves with so much vision advantage. So I would say that they're a bit even. It's really going to be depending on who starts the fight, which I would say Liquid has an easier way to do that because they have the Puck and they have such a vision advantage.
Oh, a little sneaky move there from Matu. He's able to Shikuchi in and make sure that Liquid will be starting with the 3 bounty runes their side.
Oh, who turned off my edge pan? Someone turned off my edge panning. There we go. Beautiful edge panning. There we go. I needed it. Classic matchup in the mid lane. The Puck versus Ember.
Yeah, what do you expect out of this? You know, Limp and Mickey, 2 incredibly strong laners.
Yeah, Limp is very comfortable with this matchup, but so is Mickey. As most pros say, they do like playing this Ember versus the Puck matchup because of the slight spam and that low armor. Puck just has a hard time pushing him out. Level 6, you can get some kills, but early on, it's a pretty solid lane for Ember. See how bottom does? That 5-position Shadow Shaman that sometimes can really suffer. We've been seeing Beastmasters always go for axes early on, which is insanely
there we go, top lane. It was always going to be a nasty duo, these two, the Viper Marcy. It will claim first blood against Batumba.
They must have got him when he Shikuchi'd through the wave. Didn't know that there was, I guess they didn't know that there was a sentry in the lane, so he just gets grabbed and pulled out of position. This is a really disgusting lane.
It's so lovely.
It's so lovely.
It's so lovely and nasty and almost horrible. Viper Marcy.
Yeah,
good luck laning against that.
Because it benefits in every way to the Viper, right? Viper immobile, very slow hero, 275, one of the slowest movement speeds in the game.
Yeah.
Give it a rebound, there you go. You're moving super fast.
Exactly. He can chase, and you can't really fight him. You know, a lot of the times, right, a way to deal with a Viper in the lane is if you've got some ability to go on him early whilst he's low levels. Anytime that happens, yeah, he's going to be sped up and he can keep that distance, kite you out.
And they got the Sentry Ward. They won it, so immediately Hanskin's able to get the D-Ward, so they still have a Sentry placed up there. That's going to be extremely impactful. That's going to slow down Matu a ton up here.
Yeah, we'll see how much Matu is able to get out of this top lane. There's a high chance that it's not going to get any easier for him. Look, so far on the other lanes, Mickey and Limp keeping it pretty even in the mid. And as we're seeing so far down bottom, it's going to be a bit of a slower start for Acro on the CSI. And Box is doing a good job with the harassment. They're going to try and...
They've got a Boundless.
Take him down. Good Shackles. It's going to hold back the Boundless from Boxy. Means that he'll turn and use it over to Pexu instead. Get the kill there.
Saved the CK's life. Gave his life away. Great job for the 5 position. He'll be able to come back down and bring some regen. But pretty lackluster on regen right now for Aqua.
He's got a few charges on his wand at least.
Yeah. He has built-in sustain as well. And like the Weaver top that we've been mentioning, Matu, only 4 last hits for his name. 7 denies on Viper.
I mean, very much. I mean, they knew exactly what was going to be laning against them. Liquid. The Weaver pick was kind of the best in the situation they were put in the draft. But even as it is, you can see it's not easy for Matu.
And mid-game, as we mentioned, there's a lot of hard stuns that he will have to be able to play around. So we'll see.
See bottom Aqua.
Pulls him with the tower.
Yeah, very nice. They're getting him in range, but Boxy does have the Boundless and the lifesteal from that. Will at least allow him to live long enough to bring Aqua down. Boxy, of course, still falling to the blast of Pexu with the Ether Shock.
Oh, cool, and he's just full. I mean, this is the build, as we said. We've been seeing this more and more in the Beastmasters, but even grabbing Inner Beast, because he does have the Monkey King as his lane partner, makes a lot of sense. The axes plus that. Pretty good harassment. And we still do see these beasts tend to get this free farm. Okay.
Matu, he's getting a
couple
few
more
more CS now. But it's just, it's so scary for him. He gets anywhere close and knows that Hanskin's going to be jumping in and getting him. Bottom lane, Aqua returning. Yeah, and taking down Zai, whilst Zai had been left alone. Boxy had headed off elsewhere, and maybe Zai feeling a little too comfortable with regen and protection of the helm. It was not enough to save him from those two.
We're baiting our pool observer. We're like looking at the top lane. Someone dies bottom. Looking at the bottom.
Anyway, Zai back in action. It's got an infused raindrop now. Extra bit of protection against the Ether Shock of Pexu.
It's a very strong lane. Even though it's like Shadow Shaman 5, if they have the room to chase out and they have, you know, their spells, they'll be able to kill mostly anything because of how much damage even Shaman does with the CK minus armor applied.
No, they're doing a good job now trading with Zai. Aqua and Pexu are able to do pretty good damage here against the beast. Back up top.
Oh, even killing the creep. Like, even the Enchantress creep can't survive up here.
Extra money, extra CS here for Goon Squad. And yeah, Matu is...
Oh, he took one over in time. He actually did not give the gold.
Easy here for
He's
Insania.
bait. Hawks, though, or Boar, will be taken out very easily. Insania now looking to move away from that top lane. So top lane is kind of broken at this point. He's just going to leave Matu on his own to his own devices.
How does Matu recover? Like, what's the plan here for a Weaver when you've had such a tough start because of the lane setup?
It's just hard because that initial sentry, it never got killed. They placed down a second one too. Now they just never were able to counteract it because of the way that both Hanskin and S4 were playing up there. It's really nicely done. Bottom.
I've got the stun. And that'll be enough to buy space for Pexu to keep his distance. He's going to be fine. And Aqua is going to continue to farm pretty well down.
Look at Matu. He's in the spot on the trees. You can't even see him. He's just trying to sap. That's like that's the cheese spot. If you don't know, remember.
Just sit there and get XP.
You have to walk directly next to him to be able to see inside of that spot. So he'll get some XP, but no farm whatsoever going to be going the way of Matu, really.
Of course, S4 doing a very good job of keeping the denies high in this lane.
This is a concern. CK starting to catch back up fully, not getting pressured, and Matu just getting no space. Mick is going to have to do something big with his early rotations. Ooh, nice.
Foxy is able to make sure that Limp doesn't get the rune, but
might die for it.
Pexu has come in with a setup. They're going to have to burst damage to the remnants and nicely set up as well. Gets the kill, gets out, keeps himself away from the puck.
That was smooth by Limp. Just jumping to the top remnants as well, too. Even though he knows the rune's not up there, keeps himself alive versus Mikke. We'll have to back up and heal, refill the bottle, but a nice move. Mikke now looks like he's trying to pressure tower with Insania.
Limp's going to be able to reset. Has enough mana now for the TP out.
Another boar dies almost instantly.
I'm going to try and go for Aqua, but it's hard. He's got 12-1 charges. He's not going to care about this too much. They'll turn for Pexu instead, but a good cut through the trees.
Matu comes bottom. Fine. That's how miserable top is. He's like, I have no... There's nothing he can do up there, so he's starting to make moves around the map. That is a really big concern. A broken lane, now a Viper, full free farm, not going to be contested.
It's going to be all about trying to find Matu some way back into this game after a rough lane here for Liquid.
Oh, watching him just farming Ascent, this is painful. Meanwhile, top.
Unlikely we're going to see Liquid be able to do anything to stop this tower going down very early.
No. And they can't really apply any pressure on their front either to the tower. Bottom tower has taken pretty much, 5 damage. Pretty much nothing. Mid looks like they're setting up. They actually used the Wild Wing Ripper to push him out of the coil and break it. Kind of cute interaction, but nowhere near enough damage.
Limp's going to be fine. He'll have his phase boots on the way out soon.
This is like using a failed coil early on in this game too. Things could start ramping up incredibly quick versus Team Liquid right now, Goon Squad.
And bottom, Pexu, is he going to get any help here? He is. I mean, Aqua's heading over. They've got a TP coming in as well. So they're ready to try and turn and get a kill themselves, actually. Boxy, very, very loyal. Build up the Jingu in time, but it won't be enough to keep him alive. And Pexu, he's able to walk away. Great reaction there from Goon Squad. Hanskin and Aqua making sure not to let Pexu fall.
Even throwing the creep away just in case to protect his shaman. And that's the skill build, and also I believe the raindrop and the fairy fire. Every little thing came into play there to actually save Pexu. Level 6, 8 minutes in on the Shadow Shaman 5.
The lanes, the side lanes in particular, look to have gone very well here for Goon Squad. They had some great heroes, some great duos. Both side lanes looking very effective.
Yeah, and he TP's bottom, not even full HP on Pexu, and they're smoking it to go kill this Beastmaster again. It's a level 6 Shaman. It's a 5-position Shaman with
Liquid
wards.
might dive this. Okay, Zai's going to hold off, but he does get caught by the rebound and the dispose. They throw him back in towards Limp and Aqua. As Limp's in with the rotation, they punish Zai. I mean, you can almost feel it. They're Liquid. They sensed something was going to go wrong, but they just weren't able to pull out soon enough.
Liquid just has to slow some. They have to get this kill on S4.
Yeah, they should get this. S4. You won't be getting out of this one. Boxy will take a fair bit of damage, but he should be fine. So Liquid at least able to make a move onto S4 whilst he was alone.
And Matu got the last hit. Probably the most important thing they could have had happen.
Quick moves here from Goon Squad continue. They're straight down to the tier 1 bottom. They'll drop the wards for the push.
I don't think I've seen a Shaman 5 position and be this high level in quite a long time.
Let's see how much Liquid can slow this down if they can at all. Phantasm also being popped here by Aqua to keep the pressure on.
It's more than half of the tower already gone. Already taking the top tower also. Mid tower, of course, hasn't been poked, but that'll be the next goal with the following Shadow Shaman wards. Scale build, still not having the Hex, as we did see. He did having the level 3 Shackles to kind of keep himself alive in the last one, so still a bit tough for them to catch Mikke in particular. Runes coming out. Another Wild Wing at the ready to break the coil.
And Boxy's heading in.
Spawns top. Goon Squad getting everything going their way.
See what sort of space Matu's finding at the moment. He's back up to the top lane. And of course hit the 7, so he's got time-lapse available if he ever gets going on. And whilst S4's here on his own, shouldn't be under any sort of threat of dying, Matu, so some sort of safe area that he has managed to find to begin catching up.
Yeah, when he's just in that 1v1, he should be fine. Just he does have to watch out pretty hard about those 2 rotations. They don't really know the skill build of the Shaman. They don't know where the Marcy is. Huntskin hasn't been showing himself much, so does have to be a bit cautious. A little bit of poke damage on the tower bottom, but nevertheless, Liquid has to back away, and Aqua continues to free farm. 30 seconds till next Shaman wards.
They've got their eyes around mid. Of course, Mikke has Dream Coil.
They have to kill this catapult. They will be able to nicely.
Still keeping it even on the net worth here, Liquid.
Yeah, besides Matu, the other 2 lanes have kind of stabilized a little bit.
I want to get back to putting on the pressure bottom. And Boxy and Zai starting to get ready for a bit of pressure. But top lane, that's for, of course, he's enjoying the space that he's got. And now, the smoke up from Aqua and Hansken.
Yep.
They're going to try and see if they can group up around this mid and look for a chance of taking a kill into a tower push.
And Pexu, as I was mentioning, he's level 7. Not going to take Shackles. He will get that point in the Hex so that they can set up onto the puck and take this tower mid.
This could be a bit of a risky place for Liquid to try and fight. They'll get him with the jump. Stun.
Dodges it.
Dodged by the phase shift. He'll drop the Dream Call and have to back off to the side here, Mikke.
He's alive.
It's for now, but these last few right clicks are going to bring him down very low. Another phase shift, but the slight is there. Limp. So able to take down Mikke, get the space here for the tier 1 to fall. Goon Squad continuing to very much keep Liquid under control. This pressure that's building up may prove to be too much for Liquid. They've got to find some sort of counterplay. Zai down bottom did find the opportunity to push the tier 1. They're still doing a lot with the space that he's given. In fact, as you can see, he's top net worth right now for Liquid.
Losing these towers early on, though, especially the mid one, now it's going to open up access always to have Limp pretty much having a power rune in every situation. They'll be able to secure those a lot for him. And he has one of the best ones right now, the DD. Oop. He attempted the setup. Can't quite. But very prepared. And Matu now getting stalked by CK, as well as a Shaman on the side. We have pretty much dead even in net worth, though, across the board. Because you do see the supports on the side of Liquid being a little more greedy. That kind of balances things out, even though Matu's behind. And now the siege on mid. Dark Troll Summoner, lots of skeletons. Tower likely to drop here. Still have a glyph. Boxy is scouting it.
Oh, they do have the Raw and the Dream Coil. Of course, as we've seen, Goon Squad have been very good at reacting to moves close to towers, so Liquid will know that if they ever do try for a poke.
I love seeing this. He's just watching. He's watching Hanskin. Hanskin's just sitting behind S4 to protect him just in case. Now they'll see him for a second. Might use Courier to scout him.
Gonna hit him with a slight. They know he's still in the trees here.
Hanskin's looking.
He is still very tricky to catch.
Space. Meanwhile, mid, as soon as they divert their attention away, Mika and the creeps will secure it. And space for Matu during all of this time while he's top, finally catching back up.
He's recovering.
So some good moves from Liquid to kind of split them around the map, and honestly, Boxy's little jumping around the trees did buy some time. Even gonna block out some Ancients now with the Sentry Ward. There's some good movements right now, and Liquid just kind of distributing the wealth, everyone farming, right? You see Insania even taking some creeps in the jungle, mid's taken from Puck, Weaver top, Beastmaster bottom, so just avoiding the fight and just acquiring wealth for now until they feel like they're ready to take a battle.
Zai's going to hit some solid timings here.
Yeah. After a bit of one of the harder lanes I feel like I've seen a Beastmaster have in some time. 1, 2, and 1.
Oh, Liquid.
They really want to try.
They've got the 3 of them down here. Dream Coil into Raw might give them a chance. They're holding on to the Raw for now. Yes, Zai doesn't want to commit for it. With the TP reaction coming in, they're going to bail out on this attempt, Liquid. They'll back off.
For so many... How many? Was that... Like everybody that TP'd almost? Just the CK didn't, I guess. Okay. And Ember was already down there, of course. But baiting TPs, and then they'll just go back to farming. So just splitting up the map versus Goon Squad. It's gotten them now a 1k lead after all these moments.
Matu's trying to chase for Hanskin.
Oh,
but
that's deep.
That was a risky move there from Matu. Limp was at the ready. He just gets baited in by Marcy. Hanskin.
He was 1 mana off of time-lapse. He even swapped his stick, was still on cooldown, so he tried to do the math, but didn't end up working out for him. Don't think he expected to run into 2 heroes up there. Good bait from Hanskin.
Oh, they're gonna look to Roche. The board's dropped down.
I mean, that's the way to do it. You just need a beefy tank in the front, and CK's the perfect one with that lifesteal built in, so they'll get this one.
Well played early Roche here for Goon Squad. Zakwa, more than ready to fight now. Echo, Armlet, and an Aegis. He's good to go.
So we still see the Shaman. You can't solo it, but you still kill it unbelievably fast if you do have even a +1 just a body for it.
Oh, DD in the ball as well for Limp. Our next fight could be pretty rough for Liquid if Goon Squad's able to catch them by surprise.
How's his timing looking? He's getting close to BKB. Once he has that, he's pretty invulnerable versus everything on the side of Liquid. He has to worry about maybe like the Roar, but if he gets the BKB off pre-Roar, he'll always survive. It's just about if they can full combo him down pre-BKB. Spore just continue to shove the waves. Very close game though. 8-3 right now for Goon Squad, but Liquid, they're playing more of that economy game with the way that they're splitting up the map.
Yeah, they need to. They need things to calm down a bit so Matu can continue to climb his way back in.
S4 is unbelievably far.
Not many ways out of this for S4.
Might be able to get the trade. It's going to be close. Oh, I think he dodged actually the one tick that maybe was pushed him over.
Yeah, absolutely. Close. Yeah, one more tick of anything would have killed him there, Boxy. So some nice mischief moves.
Always something you have to watch out about, even though you have like a lane ward or anything like that. You're playing versus Monkey King. If you're pushing deep, you have to expect that he's kind of stalking you. So
we'll see again on the replay. The nice little dodge here from Boxy. You see those big instances of damage coming in, and this next one, there's definitely a little bit of something being dodged.
It was close either way. Bottom now. Aqua attempting to go for this tower. But I think they have to be a bit careful how they play down here on Goon Squad, because you could just get the numbers brought to you. You don't know where the puck is. Mika is healing. He's got Dream Coil at the ready. So even though they have Aegis, they do have to be a bit careful because they can't get down here. The Ember and the Viper are not going to be able to. Hanskin.
He jumps in on this.
He gave his life.
It's always a risk. It's tempting. I sometimes see creep wave. You just want to go for it, Marcy. But yeah, sometimes the risk does not pay off. He feeds himself here to Boxy and Zai.
Every kill matters. Liquid, who are a bit on the back foot after the laning phase, have now fully caught up with just about a 2k gold advantage. It's dipping just between that 2 and 1k.
I think Matu is keeping his cool. He's going to feel quite happy about this. It was such a nasty lane. And honestly, with the way things are going, a few more minutes of sort of passiveness and with a few creeps being hit, Matu's going to be climbing his way back to the top.
Yeah, it seems like they found the solution a bit to that Viper, right? Even though the lane was bad, they kind of dodged him and didn't give up too many kills up there to the point where now, yeah, Matu's ahead of him. Not matching the CK by any means, but catching up significantly.
The rest of Liquid, of course, making sure they can do the best in creating space, keeping Goon Squad's focus down towards this area. I mean, Liquid, multiple times now, been inside of this jungle of Goon Squad, and it's forced Goon Squad to have to really put the effort in to just getting them out of this half of the map.
They're kind of scaling with all five heroes in a way on Liquid. The way that they're farming, like we were mentioning, distributing wealth across the map, everyone kind of hitting creeps. Insania has Treads Dragonlance. Monkey King has Boots into Orbital Corrosion, and he had the Vlad queued up, but now he's going Orchid, so looking for scaling build as Insania will get caught. But in the meantime, Matu top, pushing a tier 2. They're really just splitting it up and just getting a lot of farm out of the map because of the moves that they're forcing with Goon Squad.
Bottom lane, Raw from Zai. Get himself an easy kill on Handscan once again.
Yeah, look at this. Look at the itemization from the CK. You see Aqua, he's like, there's too much happening. Like, they're splitting us up too much. He's getting a Shadow Blade to deal with this. He wants to try to gank and set up on the side lanes too. And it might work.
Shadow Blade set up here, but the Boundless Strike, it's ready. Good save there. Boxy holding on, waiting for that shackle to make sure that he had the ability to make sure that Matu goes free.
Always in the, like, Boxy in the right place at the right time multiple times now this game. And that was the reveal of the Shadow Blade. So Aqua just really wanting to try to get something done. I think he's going to keep looking to be active because I think they're starting to feel maybe a bit of that pressure of the split up. But now they know that he does have that, so they will be aware and ready for it. It's mid, Mike. Perhaps not.
Just going to get the catch and one more hit. Limp, he's in for the kill secure. And that, I mean,
he must have been looking somewhere else, though. He waited a long... That was...
Yeah, he wasn't ready for the Shadow Blade.
He was not.
I mean, they knew as a team it was coming, but maybe they just didn't quite expect Aqua to make his move as quick as he did over towards the mid. Not only that, they're going to be able to find Instania in the triangle.
Okay, there we go.
Fast plays here from Goon Squad, and Liquid not quite prepared.
And he's even able to get in the triangle because of this move, because of his activeness on the CK. Yeah, I'm liking that he did this, because it did feel like they're just getting split up a bit too much. So just switching the narrative a little bit is a good idea. I mean, getting that kill alone on mid-K makes it absolutely worth it. And Limp got the last hit, right? So big chunk of gold. S4 lagging.
Matu has got his BKB on his way out. Zai.
He is
1,500 away from his.
He is getting very farmed on the Weaver.
He's played it very nicely. Going for the Lincoln Sphere, of course, next. Making sure that chances of catching him
it's good Lincoln's
will be
game.
Limited.
All of their disables, except for the chains, are targeted. So the Dispose, the CK stun, and then the Shaman ones too.
There we go over in the mid.
What's our time on Roche? 2 minutes and 30 seconds until it may respawn. So eyes on that. Liquid, I think this time they won't really let that one sneak because they'll probably have some wards set up around, then they've Beastmaster with the Hawk. But that's going to be probably one of the bigger goals for Goon Squad if they can try to pull them to the opposite side of the map to be able to go for those type of moves. But right now, Liquid knows that Aegis is gone. It just timed out on Aqua. And they do get a successful scan for a split second. Aqua, he shows himself.
He goes to try and farm the dinosaur, but he ends up being the one that's extinct.
A bit of a couple of these deaths have been a bit interesting this game, gotta be honest.
I know, first game of the series. Yeah, first game of the DPC. This tour for these two teams, right?
That's very true.
So, you know, a bit of a warm-up.
These deaths hurt though. Now tier 2 gonna get dropped down. Outpost is gonna be available for the taking.
Can you keep going if you're Liquid, or are you just taking the tier 2?
I think they'll just take tier 2. There's a lot of deep push on the side of Goon Squad with the Viper and stuff. Let's see.
Zai does offer up a lot of pushing power.
He does.
Level 15, BKB, pretty much there.
they're probably just content with just being able to farm the map. I think they know that their tri-core is farming and their 2 supports are farming. So even though it's less than that 1k lead for Liquid, you can feel the 5 of them getting that farm up. And when you have a Viper and the game is starting to get a bit stagnant, you could get kind of worried if you were Goon Squad. Although we have seen, you know, Amar, of course, when he's playing his Viper, he keeps that consistent, really high farm. S4 is not falling behind. He's 2100. He has Lance and the Manta.
Oh, smoke time from Goon Squad. They're ready to try and get in the jungle. See if they can find Matumba Man, really. Matu would be the big catch. He's going to start working his way around this top lane. We'll see how he shows himself.
Shadowblade might catch him off guard.
He's being careful, though. Bugs come out.
Oh, he's just using the bugs.
Quick TP as well. Nice play there from Matu. He knows they're hunting.
They're meeting up for a smoke themselves, it looked like. BKB done. Beastmaster.
No, they're very strong right now, Liquid.
Yep. And a DD on Mickey as well with a Blink Dagger. So multiple different ways to get that initiation. See if Goon Squad can deal with it, because they did opt to skip the BKB at least on the CK. So he is going to be very vulnerable if he gets caught by the puck.
See, they can jump. Now take any core. See if they can get anything in the river first. They've got their eyes on Marcy. They'll go for it. Haskell tries to jump out, but it's going to be him and Pexu almost certainly both going down. He'll pop the ult hand skin, but it doesn't allow him to fight back at all. Both supports dead.
The coil clipped both of them perfectly as the Marcy was jumping out. Able to grab her inside of the coil. And he is just going for Aeon Disc. So knowing that he just needs to survive, get his spells off, and then his Weaver and his Beastmaster will do the work on Mickey on the puck. And yeah, it's scary a bit for Aqua because he's gone for this build. He's looking for the hunt, but now it's like no BKB, no way to protect himself versus puck. It's a hard game to really want to just go straight BKB when you're playing versus Beastmaster anyway, but see if it does pay off, because he has found a couple kills with that Shadowblade. 10 seconds till Roche is going to be at the ready. And yeah, so much vision, as we keep mentioning. You know, the Hawk, this tree dancing Monkey King with the talent as well. Goon Squad smoking up. They know that Roche is also going to be spawning very soon.
Yeah, they don't want to let Liquid have it for free. They want to put up a fight.
But Boxy breaks it, at least onto the one hero, so they know where the location of the smoke is going on the side.
Dire's courier has been.
And Aqua just reveals, because I think he knows that they know. Even the Hawk being sent over to check as that smoke breaks.
He wants to make sure he doesn't fall any further behind, because as you can see, top 3 net worth, now Liquid.
Are they going to try for this? Okay.
I mean, Liquid's definitely going to have something to say about this. There's no doubt about that. Liquid approaching the pit. See who's Goon Squad. Got the wards continuing to bring Roche low. Bit of a poke over towards Limp. Jump forward from Mickey. He's in with a 3-man silence, but just a bit of a tease for now. So they'll try and turn and take down Triceratops, and they'll get it. Now the Wukong's commands here though. Matu, he's going to go in with the BKB, see if he can finish it off. Radiant gets the kill, but Matu's able to snatch the Aegis. Over to the side, we're all pushing them back. They're trying to keep this fight going, Goon Squad, but they've lost 3. Limp with the BKB commits over towards the stadium, but he's got to run because he's the last one left alive.
Oh boy.
As he's desperately trying to get out of there, but Mickey chases him down. He has got some 1 charges left here, Limp. He'll put them, get the Sleight of Fist chains off in return, but does he have enough damage to get anything here? Boundless Strike catches him out. Mickey's able to jump away freely. The Sleight of Fist will miss. Boxy cleans up the kill. It's a team wipe.
A beautiful fight, really, from Liquid. Just setting. I don't think they could get anything off. CK just disintegrated in the fight. Got nothing off. Limp was the only one who really got anything. It was just a free fight for them because they have complete control of vision in the fight.
It was a risky move from Goon Squad. They committed for the Roshan. They were taking a huge gamble there. It does not pay off. Liquid pretty much walking away with everything apart from the actual kill itself. They got what matters. They get a team wipe and they get an Aegis on Matumba Man.
And it was the sequence of how it happened too. The poking and the prodding, it caused Limp to have to like reset, TP back to base and come back. And in that time, Aegis was taken and then the whole fight just quickly became disaster because CK dies instantly. And immediately you see Aqua being like, oh my god, I need the BKB. Like Puck just almost solo killed me. So having to deviate from it, but a huge hit, 10,000 gold lead now for Liquid.
A massive jump up and an advantage now. It's not going to be easy for Goon Squad to swing that back around in their favor.
No. Yeah, the perfect fight, really, for Liquid. And I think it was also like DD Mikke as well inside the fight too. It's like literally the perfect situation for them. As now he has a full nether item finished up after his Aeon Disc, has the Kaya done, and an Arcane Rune, so another power rune, and vision control in the area. So Goon Squad has to be very careful now. And did I see who got the shard? I believe it was the Beastmaster who got the shard, right? So, yes. So we have the Dive Bomb, one of the more powerful shards in the game, it feels like. 2-second stun, 250 damage. Limp. They saw him up here.
To get any sort of opening, he's probably done for. Now, just in time there as the Hawks begin heading his way.
Yeah, I think that might... At first in the patch, it was not one of my favorite shards, and I think it got some gradual changes, and it quickly became one of the top ones, it feels like.
Against this Aegis, though, Goon Squad pretty much kept held in towards their base.
They had the sentry down in the lane. We'll be able to see that Hawk and the bots coming in from the puck. Protect Aqua. Lincoln's almost done. On Matu. Pretty much going to be unkillable with that one, as well as the Aegis on top. He also has Mindbreaker. This could be really obnoxious for these versus these supports. Shadow Shaman in particular might just die before even able to get a spell off.
And even just sort of having Boxy by his side, ready to throw a Lotus Orb on him.
Yeah.
It's going to allow him to just go completely crazy in these team fights.
I like that Boxy switched it up. Rather than going for the Orchid, I think he realized like his core is caught up significantly. He doesn't need to be a damage dealer. He just needs to be a protector for them.
For the jump on Hansken. Has Mikke got enough damage on his own? Not quite.
Insania's
top lane though, Matu, he's certainly got enough damage on his own. Finds Pexu out alone.
That's the Mindbreaker. That's what I was mentioning. So you just die before you even get a single spell off, before you even get an opportunity. And he has Lincoln, so even if you do, you can't do anything anyway. I just noticed Insania was 1-3-0 this game, by the way. He's involved in 1 kill. The Enchantress. Limp.
He's got the Shivas done, so something else to help out with the D push.
I give him a little bit more protection versus the heavy physical damage that Liquid has.
Liquid's going to keep on pushing, though, of course, around this Aegis of Matuma Man. They'll force out the fortification.
Yeah, Aqua's not ready. Aqua, he's probably telling his team, he's like, guys, I need quite a bit more gold to be able to fight. I need over 1,000 more gold. Until he has BKB.
Hansken has managed to farm his Blink, so a little bit of a chance of maybe getting to jump in and catch someone off out of position. Looking for the jump in. In fact, they're going to use the coil. It's only going to catch S4, and S4's at a safe distance, so nothing to be done with that.
Yeah, nice little dispose there. Breaks the coil, but puts him in a place that Liquid doesn't want to commit further to. And that looks like it'll make Liquid back up and give some respect. As Aqua will disassemble. He's got his BKB now done.
They want to go.
And he wants to try to find something.
10 seconds on the Aegis, so good time for Goon Squad to strike.
Coil cooldown as well.
Comes to an end here for Matu. Could have a good opportunity of finding a catch, but again, Boxy.
Just
in position every time to really make things very difficult for Goon Squad. We're seeing it countless times. This man's positioning on the Monkey King is making the game very difficult for Goon Squad.
Yeah, he's actually owning so hard. Like getting the kills on S4 to slow him down, scouting out smokes, breaking smokes time and time again. Beautiful.
Oh, they're going to have the Hawk opening on S4. So if they want to do something with this, they do. They're in with the BKBs. They'll turn to Pexu. Turn back to S4. S4's going to fall 2 dead. Immediate buyback comes out. The Roar's out to Hansken. 3 kills straight up to start the fight. We'll see Limp pop the BKB to try and turn. But Matu with the time lapse, easily able to step away and reset. With Coil, it's come back up. Mikke, he's ready to try and continue to dive for more. Pexu gets caught out here by the Lotus, ends up hexing himself as a dieback from him. Triple kill from the Tumberman as Goon Squad had to scramble back towards the base. Liquid taking out effectively 4 heroes there, if you consider the 2 buybacks used in that fight. And Liquid themselves, they lose nothing.
It's really good target priority, really, from the side of Liquid. They just go for the supports. They're like, okay, the supports are the ones who have the disables to perhaps be this annoyance versus the Puck and Weaver. They literally immediately jump onto Pexu, instantly kill him, burst him down. Starting to get pretty impossible at this point, it feels like, for Goon Squad to deal with the overwhelming jump that Liquid does have. Even the Viper, right? Even S4 died pretty damn fast as a Viper. See a fight recap. Yeah, the Weaver just doing over 4,000 damage.
Matu very much showing how to keep your cool when a nasty lane duo gets put against you.
Keep it cool.
He's been crushing it here. Now they're very much having huge issues when it comes to being able to control them in the fight.
Control anybody, really. It's they can't really kill anybody now for Goon Squad because everybody on Liquid just grouped together all the time.
Oh, Mickey, he's ready to jump in and fight once more. Great Dream Coil catching the two. Hanskin goes down. S4, he's trying to run, but he cannot escape this. As two more dead on Goon Squad. No buyback, of course, for S4. Out for 85 seconds. A big opportunity for Liquid to push in if they want. The mid lane has been pushed out quite a bit. So they'll have to wait a bit of time for creeps to come in there, but they have got the bottom wave.
Yep.
So they'll swing round,
Middle barracks are under attack.
get that backdoor protection removed, and see how much damage they can do whilst there's no Viper for a minute.
They can't even step up. If even one of them does, they'll likely die. They do have the BKBs up on the Ember and the CK, but there is Chain Stun. And a Roar still available for Liquid.
Bottom tower is under attack.
That's 2 sets. And perhaps even, I mean, if they want, I think they could even scurry all the way to top and go for that third one.
Now they take them down so quickly.
Radiant's bottom barracks
Well, this
are under
attack
attack.
speed being shared out by Zai.
Yeah, it looks like they are just going to go for cleaning it up. Limp.
Pexer's in trouble.
He just dies.
He's just straight up dead.
Oh, Mindbreaker versus supports. Your worst enemy.
And Liquid, not many reasons for them to stop this push as they'll continue to head on to look for the Megas. Altering now done on Mickey. They're just picking up the fancy items now.
Stadia's just hitting Limp.
I mean, he will dodge the Dream Coil with the Slide of Fist, but he's still dead. Mickey's able to jump him, take him down. Zai pops the BKB, turns with the Roar. He's going to be able to walk out of this one. The Slide of Fist won't catch him. Zai lives. Aqua's out without buyback. As Liquid, they'll take the top set of racks. Mega creeps up against Goon Squad. And Matu, he's ready to farm
GG.
more kills. GG's called. Goon Squad's had enough. Liquid will take this game 1.